about the level of your willpower reserve.
So in behavioral economics, this power of the price called free or zero is very much in the psychology of money. Free is the invisible price that we pay using our time, our effort, our attention, storage space.
What is loss aversion? So, if the pleasure of acquiring is like 2 points, 2 utility points, the displeasure or the pain of losing that same amount, okay, is not just -2. So, the utility of 2 points is not gonna be a disutility of -2 if you lose that object, okay? Because it is not a one-to-one correspondence. It is twice. We feel the pain of loss twice as much as we feel the happiness when we gain something.
Really, the procrastination or the fear, the fear of losing, no, is always a major issue. No? So I think that's what it is.
The most difficult is to making the first meeting.
The first meeting.
Yes,
That's a hurdle.
and then especially if you read the book of Peter Lynch, One Up on the Street. So it's all about 10 bagger.
Yeah.
So you make $1 million, then it becomes 10, then becomes 100, then 100 becomes $1 billion.
Would you like to share with us, when did you hit the billion mark? Anong age mo na?
What is your answer?
My answer is yes.
And
Of course, on my side, ang sagot ko po ay no.
And today, FQ takes a new meaning.
Thank
Instead
you
of
so much,
financial
Rose,
quotient.
I'm sure many parents will love this.
Yeah.
We need the money, but we like also this family
Yes.
love.
So ngayon, family quotient tayo. So
They tend to hold on to stocks that they bought at a higher price, and they don't want to sell. Merchandising, ayaw palugi, and they'd rather. And so what they do is those that they're making money on, they sell and keep those stocks that are losing. And normally, these are the stocks that are probably not gonna go anywhere. And so they think that it's a sunk cost, no? It's a cost for them, and they hold on to those stocks that they should actually be selling.
so how do you deal with matitigas ang ulo? And it usually entails going down your childhood money memory lane, di ba?
So I remember that money was really tight. And it was a reality that I just had to accept. But in our mind, my mom kasi inculcated in us this attitude that we are really princesses. And we
diba?
are just having a hard time.
It's a temporary
It's
thing.
a temporary
That's very
thing.
important.
Now it makes me think that my relationship with the idea of wealth
Yes.
or the idea of money is that it's really mine. It's really mine if I work hard for it.
Francis will share with our viewers ano bang asset allocation? Real estate, fixed income, equity, or any other asset type?
I don't focus much on asset allocation. I do focus a lot on asset building probably.
Message to our millennials who may be undergoing a quarter life crisis. This too shall pass.
It's something that's ugly.
But you have to go through it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You'll really come out as a stronger, more resilient person. There's no black and white in the tips of how to get through it, but the person who knows you the most is yourself. So try to listen and try to be more comfortable in your own silence, because it's a day-by-day thing. You just figure it out day by day. Surround yourself with a good support system. Talk to them, take out your angst, but you also try to differentiate the whining from the actual experience.
from the actual problem.
Mine is just like never stop trying to get out of it, even if you make mistakes. Because as long as you're trying to get trial and error, as long as you're trying to get out, if you don't put in active effort into really trying to figure it out,
And it's slowly, step by step yun. You won't figure it out after
After
a retreat. No.
Can you share with us your FQwentuhan tip?
You don't have to be stingy. What's important is that you just spend on the things that matter. You don't buy things that you don't need.
What matters to you?
As long as we have put on the table, as long as I'm able to go to my location and back, you don't have to splurge on things that don't really last. So you do away with I guess the more expensive stuff and just live simply. It's better. It's always better.
So
it's the same excitement. What's important, I guess, who you with, and the kind of relationship that you build up when you go out. It's not all about fine dining. I guess for me, it's all about having a good talk with whoever you're with.
Yeah, and what you value.
FQwentuhan tips. Wow. For me, as a millennial, I like to say to all the millennials, the younger you start, the better, because the longer you wait, the longer it will really take. So if you start earlier, the sooner benefits you can get and see for the future. So if I could bring back time, I would have started investing earlier.
Right out of the diapers.
Diba?
So, nagawa niya ni Ryan. Kasi it's really a challenge if you
we give them choices. We give them choices. Like if they want to buy something, we tell them if you want to buy this, you have to sell some of your toys.
So meron siyang asset allocation ang tawag namin.
May ganun ba yun?
Ganun yun.
Asset allocation. So meron silang asset allocation.
Okay?
Ito ba yun? May asset allocation. Wala kasi kaming ganun ng bata eh.
Yes.
Wala nag-explain simply because we explain it to ourselves.
Yeah.
The situation explains for it.
Yes.
Wala nang kailangan pa ng mahabang pag-iintindi. Parang, alam mo naman yung buhay mo, kailangan pa bang explain na matanda sila. Hindi ka mayaman, huwag kang mag-achieve na kung ano pa.
So yan yung challenge ngayon ni Ryan.
Sa mga bata naman, we always tell them na, we have this much. So we share.
Yeah. So yun bang, ano yung FQwentuhan tip niyo naman sa viewers natin?
FQwentuhan tips? Just spend enough for your basic needs.
Yeah.
And if you have excess, try to invest it in income earning investments, particularly financial securities which are safe and secure.
Yeah.
And that is, I think, the best way to take care of your money.
Can you tell us about the savings aspect of homeschooling your children?
Sure. So typical schools right now, let's classify them under international and then maybe grade A, B, C, right? So grade C would be your local neighborhood startup school, maybe 60,000.
Okay.
And then grade B, tuition fee would be about 80. Right? Better school, maybe a better system, and then your grade A schools. These are the long established, many of the private schools that are well known have a tuition fee about maybe 120 now, 150, depending on where you go and what specific level. And then there's international schools, which would be about 500 to a million, depending on which school, right? So for homeschooling, because there is no, you don't pay for the capex and all the overhead, right? The tuition can be anywhere if you enroll in a private homeschool provider, because that exists.
But should you?
I'll answer that second. Okay. So the cost would be about anywhere from 15 to about 35.
Oh my God.
Well, first of all, I think that it's with all this career talk, I think it's very important to, everything that my mom's been teaching all the time is to know how to handle your money. Because it sort of lessens the load, lessens the pressure of finding a job where you're sure you're going to earn. Because many jobs, you don't really earn that much instantly.
Yes.
So I think that when you talk about finding the purpose in your life, it's really the intersection of these three things. What you love to do, that's what you really put your heart and your mind to. You choose to love that thing. Next, what you're good at, because if you want to be relevant, if you want to be at the top of your game, then you have to be confident in your skill set. And third, what the world needs. So there are countless of problems and needs the world has. So if you find the one that intersects the things that you love to do and what you're good at, then I really think that's where you're going to make the most meaning out of your life and be able to impact the most on other people.
Okay, Oggie, let's talk about this perverse incentive.
Perverse incentive. Yes, perverse incentive is a type of incentive which had the unintended effect on, and a consequence instead of the positive effect that the incentive was trying to attain.
Tell us about this. This is voluntary.
It's a voluntary scheme for people to save for their retirement.
Yeah.
There are incentives so that make you want to save more.
Yeah, it's a motivation. Ano?
Yeah. So you will have tax benefits from the time you make a contribution to the time that you withdraw the funds.
Yeah.
Because you're retired, or even before retirement, if some causes that are enumerated in the...
What would be the top 3 things that you do to get your dream Philippines?
Kathy, we have a tendency to just look at our political cycles within those years. We really need to think way beyond single political cycles. We need to make sure that one administration moves seamlessly into the next one and the next one so that there's continuity in the projects. Many of these projects cannot be done that quickly. So we need to have a long-term vision with projects of scale. And at the end of the day, we need to figure out how to continue the momentum and increase the momentum of growth in the country, because clearly there's a lot of impatience, and for good reason, that it's not trickling down far enough. That's a whole combination of issues, but as many economists have told us, probably takes 10 to 15 years of 6 to 8% growth to really make any kind of a difference.
And we're just very excited because this program is really the first. We conceptualized this maybe 20 years ago when we started FMAP, and we wanted to teach the new breed of fund managers. Our vision is really for you to be already the minimum standard of knowledge as a fund manager. If you get the certification, if you pass, then you will have something that to give to your employer or to somebody you're applying to. That you went through this rigorous training.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
The people are asking to give the matador a prize.
Oh, why?
The ear of the bull.
Why is that?
Because he was hit and he did a good performance.
All right. So a surprise, that's why the people are waving their hankies.
The father of behavioral economics himself, Mr. Richard Thaler.
It's very nice to
Thank you very much. This is 4 years in the making.
Yes.
It was supposed to be in 2012.
Well, but I'm good at procrastinating.
I know.
My mantra is make it easy. If you want to help people do something or encourage them to do something, make it easy. Mm-hmm. And I think we can do that in many domains.
That's right.
We've talked a lot about retirement saving, and it seems like that's an important topic and an important goal for the Philippine economy.
That's right.
To create a retirement saving plan that every worker would be able to save for retirement automatically, because that's the only way it works. And every country has to figure out the best way to do it within their own system. And I look forward to helping you figure out how to do that for the Philippines.
Yes.
And of course, please join me in wishing our viewers cheers to High FQ.
Thank you very much, and congratulations on this, and let's all wish everybody cheers! Cheers to the IFQ!
Wishing them
yes.
There you go.
Cheers to IFQ!
Make sure that the influence you make is positive. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.